Oh, that last part was interesting.
That was after last week with all those shitty comments that we had. So I thought I would just put a little warning out there.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that before
No,
on
I was
how are
just
you
annoyed
hearing me?
because
Let me just make sure I have this set up properly, because I was having problems with my laptop today for some reason, and I restarted it like 2 hours ago, and when I sat down to come here, it was still restarting.
oh wow, it's a
So I had
curse.
to shut it off and reboot it again and stuff like that. So, yeah, so hopefully we have no problems with my laptop during the show today.
You sound all right. You're all right. You're coming
Yeah, I'm
through.
fine. I was thinking today, obviously I have Through the Lens.
Yeah.
I was thinking about another show today
Oh,
that I
okay.
might start that I don't think I've really seen anyone do. So it's going to be something new. So I
Mm,
might start it up, and over the next couple of weeks, it's going to be something different. It's going to be in the like obviously the same field,
yeah, yeah.
paranormal, but it's going to be something a little bit different. And I won't give it away what it is. I'll tell you after the show,
Okay.
or maybe I won't even tell you because
Oh,
then you
that's
might take
harsh.
my idea.
No, one podcast a week is enough for me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I want to have a co-host or not. I might just do it myself.
Okay.
I find that when you have a co-host, and if one of them's away, like Nando is for you, you're
Yeah.
struggling to find maybe a co-host. And
I have you. What more do I
yeah,
need?
well, yeah, that's true. But if I wasn't here, I know you'd find somebody else, but it's a matter of finding somebody else, right?
Yeah.
So it's like with Lex. Lex has been away for 7 weeks now.
Yeah.
I spoke to him last week. He is planning to come back soon, which is great. And
Yeah.
I guess the death in the family really hit the family hard.
Yeah.
So I guess he's been really helping that family out, and his niece, I
Yeah.
guess, or his cousin. Um, I guess she's going through a lot right now. So he's been helping that out. That's what he told me last week. So obviously take your time, but at the same time, I want to know if you're coming back or not.
Uh,
Am I looking for somebody else to co-host? But no, he wants to come back. So,
yeah.
but he
He
knows
won't
I'm
be
thinking
away.
of him. So,
No.
yeah,
No.
and then come back to Global Ghost Hunt. So, as well, because that is getting closer.
I know. Not long now.
Yeah, and I uploaded, and I sent you guys um, some more thumbnails,
Yeah.
a
I
promo
posted.
video. Get Out Paranormal, Arizona, will be joining us this October. They're actually going to be investigating Boot Hill Graveyard or Boot Hill Cemetery in Tombstone, so that should be really cool. A lot of major history there,
Yeah.
and so I'm looking forward to seeing their investigation. Now, what's interesting about them and their investigation, they will be doing it on October 26th. And
Okay.
there's a reason for that.
Go on.
It's the anniversary of Tombstone.
Oh, okay. That's yeah.
So we might be planning something a little more than just the investigation. They are doing in kind of an anniversary kind of type of thing. So we're probably going to be involved with that. And then after that, they will have their investigation at Boot Hill, which is going to be incredible. There's some, unfortunately, there are some people buried in that graveyard that are unfortunately famous for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that is going to be a lot of fun. And also during the October event, we will have Goose Flats Paranormal that are from Tombstone as well, and they're going to be investigating the homestead, the
Oh,
Silver
okay.
her homestead. So that should be a lot of fun. And we have Wendy Marshall, who's in the room, and they're from Arizona, and they're going to be investigating a jail.
Nice.
So it is going to be a lot of fun this October. We're going to have we got some really, really good teams that are going to be investigating with us. We'll have some obviously new teams. We're going to have, Paranormal Response is going to be with us, and they're from Canada. Yay, Canada. And they're going to be filming the Carl Beck House, which is a very popular spot here in Canada. Don't ask me to say the town name because it's long as hell, and try to say that 5 times really, really quickly.
But you're from Canada, so you got to say it.
I believe it's pronounced Penna Distinguishing, something along that lines.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure if somebody told me the name, then I'd be able to repeat it. But no, it's going to be a lot of fun. And before we get into all that, how was your weekend? I believe you had Gay Pride there this weekend.
We did.
Right?
Yes. The wonderful train company decided that they would strike the day of Pride, so everyone came down a couple of days before.
Wow.
So quite hectic on the Friday night. We were really busy, didn't finish till 4 a.m. Started work again at midday the next day, finished at 5 a.m, started work again on Sunday at midday, and finished when I spoke to you at 1 o'clock this morning. So very hectic.
And they do that on purpose, right?
Yeah.
They pick a day that it's probably going to be the most busiest day, and it's going to cause a lot of havoc. And that way, not the union people, the other people, the employers, I guess you'd want to say, they kind of have a stranglehold on themselves.
Yeah.
And so they're hoping that the union members will, the employers will give in and go, no, we don't want that to happen. We're going to be really busy. We'll give you whatever you want. You know what I mean? Obviously they stood tall, didn't they?
They put padlocks around the train station, and that was it. Done.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. It was all shut up. They reopened on Sunday morning. First train left at 8 o'clock. So,
wow. Oh, so they did reopen though?
They reopened the day after, yeah. So everyone came down a couple of days before instead of when they should have come down. So it was busy. It was good fun. I posted a video up on our YouTube channel of just some of the street party earlier, which was good fun.
I started looking at that. Then I got a call. I'll have to go back and look at that. So
yeah, no, it was good fun.
Yeah.
What about your weekend?
My weekend, well, it was interesting.
Oh.
My weekend was interesting. I did an investigation on Saturday night.
Nice.
I will be talking about this on Matt's show coming up this week. I know he probably didn't want me to say that, but
is that on Wednesday?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. I can't recall. So I had a medium reach out to me. She's from Florida. She reached out to me through LinkedIn.
Okay.
Seem to be getting. I'm starting to get a little bit of a following on LinkedIn. I'm not looking for a job, but I seem to be getting a following on LinkedIn. I don't know why. I guess it's probably because I'm posting paranormal stuff. Anyways, this woman reached out to me and she goes, "Listen, I need your help if you can help me." I go, "What do you need?" And I don't know this woman. And she goes, "I have a client that's in Canada that's looking to who needs an exorcist."
Oh, okay.
I go, "Oh, okay, interesting. I know a few people in that particular field." So I got a little bit of information off of her. I reached out to a few people. I won't get into who I reached out to, but I reached out to a few people, and they started a group chat with her. So I started asking questions. They were asking questions. They usually get you to fill out a form, and you got to fill out a form and send it in. And it's got a series of different questions on it and stuff like that. And so I found out that this woman lives in Collingwood, which is about an hour and a half away from me. So,
Okay.
and the people that were originally going to be coming down are about 8 hours away. So I figured, you know what? Let me talk to the woman. Let me do a walkthrough because I don't want you guys to waste your time.
Yeah.
Right. So let me do it. So I got on the phone with the woman. She was telling me everything that was going on. I definitely had a lot of questions. So then I found out, yes, she's in Collingwood, but the house is in Oakville, which is only 40 minutes from me. And
Okay.
I was raised in Oakville, like I was born in Oakville. And so I know Oakville really, really well. And I asked her where it is. She goes, Brawny. Oh, okay. Well, I know I lived in Brawny for a couple of years. And so I went there over the weekend on Saturday by myself
Wow.
to do a walkthrough. Um, I had on the phone with me, I was doing a virtual on the phone. I had Glenda Dawson with me, who's a medium, and she
Yeah.
has some shows on Parapost Network Central. And then who else was in the room on the video call was Matt. So Matt was there as well. And I invited Matt if he wanted to come along. I knew it was his birthday,
Yeah.
so I thought this would be something really good for him. I never told him at the time that's what I was doing, but he brought it up, and I'd already thought about that. So we did. I was there for about 2 hours doing the walkthrough. This place was massive. The house is huge, and the woman's kitchen, or I would even go as far as the woman's bathroom is bigger than my, or the master bathroom and her bedroom are bigger than my condo
Oh, wow.
combined. And that's just the master bedroom. Anyway, so we did a walkthrough, me, Glenda, and Matt. I recorded through StreamYard. We didn't go live. I recorded through StreamYard so I could get Matt and Glenda on as well. I didn't want to go because you can't go through Messenger on Facebook because you can't record.
No.
So I figured I would go through StreamYard. Anyway, so I did a walk through the house. I did a mini, maybe between a mini and a full investigation. In between, I did some SB7s. And so we are going to be going through the footage tonight, me and Glenda. We did catch some things.
Okay.
And we did capture some stuff off the SB7. But we're going to go through it, see if we captured any kind of DVPs off the microphone and or off the camera, off the live stream. So we'll see.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through it tonight. It's about an hour and 20 minutes, the video. So we already kind of, we're already at the point we know what's there. We already know. Now, I will give a little bit of back history. This house is about 170 years old.
Oh, okay.
Now, originally it was like a small little house. Okay. Did I freeze?
No.
Because I just saw my laptop flicker.
No.
So there was a small little house there 170 years ago it was built. Over the years, there's been a lot of growing around it. So it's actually their brand new house is like basically built around it. And so yeah, so it was interesting. I will say this. That video will eventually come out. It's not going to come out right now only because she's trying to sell the house.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it was interesting. Me and Glenda definitely know what's there, or we believe. We both were on the same page with it. So, and Matt, I know Matt doesn't have any abilities, but he does have. I truly believe he has good intuition.
Yeah.
And So he kind of agreed. We do have I do have one question for her, which I'll ask, because Glenda and Matt both picked it up. They truly believe that there was some kind of, maybe over the years, maybe this woman doesn't know, but there was some kind of water damage to this place at one point. I don't know if she knows, but there was. Now, what's really cool, when you went down in the basement, you can actually see the beams that were there from the original house.
Yeah.
Like the beams going along the ceiling there in the basement. But
yeah, the big wooden one.
yeah, we definitely have a good idea now. This woman is definitely going through something personally herself that she thinks it ties with the house, and she thinks her kids are being affected, and her not her ex-husband, her husband are being affected. That is something completely different, but what we got from the house is completely different than what she's experiencing. And I'm not saying she's not experiencing that. I'm not saying that at all. I am actually probably going to go up and see her in the next couple of days. I'm going to have a sit down and talk with her up in Collingwood, and see what's going on around her. Because like I said, if anything demonic or anything like that, I usually see it pretty quickly. Now when it comes to regular spirits, that's, sometimes yes, sometimes no. But when it's demonic, I usually see it right away. And if there's anything around her, I will know right away if there's something around her. I'm not saying there is. I'm not saying there isn't. But I have to actually sit down and have a talk with her. She's been through a lot. And the reason they're selling their house is because of what she believes she's going through.
Yeah.
So so she's actually up in Collingwood staying with her parents until the house gets sold. So
wow.
Which is unfortunate because it is a beautiful house. I'm sure they would love to stay in the house, but they're to a point right now where they just can't stay there. But Glenda did something at the end of the investigation. I did something at the end of the investigation, and the shift in the house changed.
Oh, okay.
So when I walked in, well, it was interesting because when I first walked in, you can feel the thickness.
Yeah.
Like you can feel it. So I left to go get my bags out of my car. Then I went back, and when I walked in, there it was. I saw a spirit of a man walking, or kind of walking fast in the dining room area. I saw him like right away. And so it's interesting. It really, really is. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the footage has to offer. And then obviously with Glenda and myself and Matt, we've determined we know what's kind of there.
Yeah.
And I will say this, there is definitely residual there. Glenda picked up, and I can say this, Glenda picked up 3 kids.
Oh, wow.
And they're all residual. There's nothing to them bad or anything like that. I picked up kids, but I didn't pick up on how many. So Glenda said, yeah, there's 3, but they're all residual. So there's nothing to worry about there. Now, did they have anything to do with this spirit that I saw? I don't know. But we'll determine that tonight in the video. So, but yeah, that was kind of long-winded. I apologize, but
that's all right.
That was kind of my weekend. Yeah, it was good. I don't, honestly, I don't normally go out by myself, but because I had Matt and Glenda there through virtual, it was okay.
Yeah.
I think one thing as investigators that we all determined quite quickly, that if you go out on an investigation by yourself, first thing you ask yourself is why you're doing this. And that was the very first thing I asked myself. And then obviously safety. Because if I wasn't on the phone with Glenda or Matt, nobody really knew where I was.
No.
So except the owner of the house, and that's it. But I could have fallen down the stairs and nobody would have known, because nobody was there. But anyhow,
Me and Nando would have known because we wouldn't have got a text from you, so we would have organised a search party. It's fine.
Well, that's interesting because it's mostly you guys that are texting me.
Yeah, is it now? So we've got Daryl in the room. Good evening, Daryl.
Hey, Daryl, how's it going, buddy? Long time no see.
And then we've got one of my new team members, the lovely Cameron.
Oh, okay.
So
now, before we get started on everything with the Global Ghost Hunt,
yes, go on.
Me and Nando had a little bit of a talk today. Through Messenger.
Yeah.
And for people to know, Global Ghost Hunt and Mr. Big Rob will be joining forces. Rob is going to be coming on to Global Ghost Hunt.
Thank you.
We just haven't told him what capacity yet.
I was going to say that's new to me. Thank you.
Yeah, we just haven't told you what capacity yet, but you will find out. Nando's back on Friday. Yeah. So we're going to sit down with Rob and have a nice long chat with him and tell him or ask him if he wants to do this. And hopefully he does. I know he wants to be a part of this. He reached out to me, I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, asking me if he can be a part of it. Without hesitation, I said yes. But we want to put him into an area where he's going to excel and we think where we're going to be putting him is going to be great. And I think he's going to love it. But unfortunately, there's always an unfortunate thing. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of responsibility with it as well. So I've already made my decision, but because Nando is the director, I want to have a sit down and talk with him and hear what he has to say. And then we'll go from there, and then we'll speak to Rob, hopefully right after that phone call. Mr. Winter.
Mr. Winter.
You know who Daniel is, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I've been trying to get that guy in my show forever.
Me too. And the only way I've got him on the show is we're all going to the Festival of the Unexplained.
Okay.
So when we come back, the Monday that we come back, we're doing a special. So everyone, including Danny Moss, is going to come on and say hello.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. I saw his text, or I saw his posting this morning saying that he was driving on to Wales today.
So
what's in Wales?
What's in Wales?
Good? Yeah, what's in Wales?
Loads of stuff's in Wales.
Daniel, you got family in Wales? Is that why you're driving to Wales? So you guys are all going to the Festival of the Unexplained. When is that?
So that's it starts on the 15th of September. Okay. Me and Cameron are just going for the weekend. I think Dan and his good lady are going for the weekend as well. But Sarah,
I think Nando and Sarah are going, right?
Yeah, they're going for the whole weekend. Like the 4 days, I think. So.
Yeah, I was.
Oh wow.
Okay. Is that big or what?
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
But fair play to you, Dan. That's amazing.
Okay.
Jeez.
I didn't know Daniel and his wife were into that.
That's then they went to the prison, Shrewsbury prison.
Oh, okay, cool. Very good. Well, enjoy your trip, Daniel.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun. What was I going to say? I was going to say something after that. Can't recall what I was going to say. We were talking about something before that comment came out.
Festival of the Unexplained.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about getting Global Ghost Hunt out to the festival this year, but I'm going to do it next year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be good because the two ladies are lovely. So.
What two ladies?
The ladies that run it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So.
Karen?
Yeah.
I don't know the other woman, so I only know Karen.
Yeah, so it'll be good for me and Cameron as well because we've not done anything like that. So, look who's popped up.
Can't stay away.
No, I know he loves us.
Okay. Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
So thank God that he came on now, and then he didn't hear what I said like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, well. So yeah, they've got lots of great speakers there, which is going to be nice for me and Cameron to get to mix with people, you know. So Cameron's
Yeah.
actually asked you a question, mate.
That's a tough question. That's a tough question. What is my favorite thing about ghost hunting? I don't know. That's a tough question to answer. I guess there's quite a few things I love about ghost hunting. One is the history of the place. That's one thing I really love. The second thing, which could be the first thing, so that's kind of close. When I get the answer to my question.
Yeah.
I'm the type of paranormal investigator that likes to find the answers. I just don't like the hunt. I know a lot of people that just go out there to hunt for spirit. And then, like I always say, I always put paranormal investigators in 3 categories. You have your hunter, you have the ones looking for the answers, and then you have the scientific.
Yeah.
I'm in between finding the answers and the scientific, more towards the finding the answers.
Yeah.
But I have to be honest, like that is probably the best thing I love about paranormal investigation is getting the answer that everybody's been asking for years. For
Yeah.
example, Cameron, I went to a place called the Streaming Tunnel, which is about an hour and a half away from me. About an hour and a half away from me. It's an amazing location, and I always say I'm surprised that it's not on the top 10 list for most haunted spots in Canada, because every time I go there, I capture something pretty amazing. So the last time I was there, not the last time, the time before, I asked a specific question about. There's a lot of stories to this tunnel about a girl getting killed or died in the tunnel. One of the stories is that her parents were going through a nasty divorce. She lived across the street in a house. The father set the house on fire. The girl was still in the house. She got severely burned and ran down to the tunnel and ended up dying. That's one of the most that's probably the number one story, but there's other stories behind it. Like there's a story of somebody kidnapping a girl and taking her down to the tunnel, unfortunately killed her, and then set her on fire to cover up any evidence. That's another story. Now, where the Streaming Tunnel comes from, the name of the tunnel, because it's not actually called the Streaming Tunnel. That's what people call it. Apparently, there's a certain time at night if you have a wooden match. It has to be a wooden match for some reason. If you put it up against the wall, you'll hear a little girl scream throughout the whole tunnel. That is where the Streaming Tunnel story comes from. Okay, or name. So, like I said, that the night I was there, not last time, the time before, I was doing an SB7. I asked, "Did you die in this tunnel?" It said, "Yeah, yes," and then it said, "Burnt at home."
That is,
which tells me, and obviously I didn't hear it at the time. I got home and I heard it through when I was going through the footage. My mouth nearly dropped, and earlier in the night I actually told that story because the person who's in the room right now, who just came in the room, Kevin, he was there with us on that night, which is, I find it absolutely hilarious that I'm telling this story and he's coming in the room now because he was there. That happened, and I told him the story at the beginning of the night of the little girl getting set on fire in her home and come down to the tunnel. Well, obviously later that night when I asked that question, it said burnt at home, which kind of gave the answer, which, I wish that video would get out there And it's been seen a lot, but I wish you'd get out there more, because then people would know what the real story is, which I believe I captured, that she was burned at home, she came down to the tunnel and died. And
Do you
I
think she was?
really, what's that?
Do you think she was burnt at home and then like murdered there, like killed
No,
there?
she was burned at home, and then she ran down the tunnel and died from her burns.
Wow.
That's what I think. Well, I know that's what I captured because it's in the video. Now, I truly believe that is the actual story of of that location. And because a lot of people, now what's interesting is, the last time I was there, there's a house that lives right across the street from it. Like, the only house in that particular area. Now, we were talking to him before we went into the tunnel the last time I was there, and he actually said that story. But it's never actually been confirmed if that's the truth or not. Because
Jeez.
there's a woman that's been here for, she's been there for I don't know how many years, but she's been there long enough. She's been there since she was out. She's in her 90s now, and she's been there since she was a child. So she actually told that story to the guy that lives across the street from it. But there's been nothing proven if the girl actually died in the tunnel.
So you can't
So
like look it up or anything.
no, unfortunately you can't. But the guy said that he still doesn't know, but that is the actual story. But then he said there's other stories too, of the girl getting killed, and then the guy setting the little girl on fire to burn up any evidence that he could have left behind. So
Gee.
either way, it's very sad. And originally the tunnel was built for the farmers.
Yeah.
And then now what's great about this tunnel, and most paranormal investigators know, that there's certain conduits to help spirit, and that's limestone, water, or train tracks. Well, this has all three.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
the tunnel's made out of limestone. There's water that goes through the tunnel, and then right above there's train tracks.
Gee, that's
So
a proper conduit then.
yeah, and it's interesting. I really captured a beautiful EVP outside of the tunnel, and I was coming back towards the tunnel because I'd been filming outside. Wasn't the night I was with Kevin, and so I was coming back down to the tunnel, and all of a sudden I heard something to my left, and it was definitely a voice. I heard a voice, and so I came home, I put the SD card in my laptop and went to that spot. Sure enough, it was an EVP, and it was Class A. And it basically said, "What's your name?"
Wow.
If I knew that's what it said when I was there, I would have said my name, and I would have asked for her name, because it was definitely a female voice that I heard. It's actually on YouTube as well.
So have you been back since, or?
Yeah, I was there about a month ago.
Yeah.
I took some people that I know there that they wanted to go, and they loved it. I haven't gone through that footage yet. I recorded. So once I go through that footage, I will put that up. We were only there for probably about an hour. So
Yeah.
the video probably won't be that long, but if I capture something, I will definitely put it up. But it's an amazing place.
So
What
did
is
you?
Kevin saying? I checked for his
I don't
on
think it's
Phobia
streaming.
Dots. Yeah, no, we're not streaming over there. No.
No, we've lost a couple of as well. The Scotland stream's gone down as well. So
Really?
yeah, this has been playing up again this week. StreamYard. I don't know. I emailed them again asking what's going on, because when you're paying 50 quid a month, you want to have a decent service.
Well, look what happened to Through the Lens last week.
Yeah.
I had it ready for 8 different places. I went live, it was fine, and then literally 5 seconds later,
Yeah.
6 of them went down.
Yeah. It's crazy. I
I'm
just don't know what's
starting
going
to wonder, are any of them for Facebook?
on. Yeah, all of them are Facebook apart from my YouTube channel. They're all Facebook groups.
So did you share them? Because you can
Yeah,
share them.
yeah. I've done it on my phone as well, so I've sent it out. So
Oh, okay, cool,
that's fine.
cool. Yeah, it's
Did
weird. I think it's because of all the new stuff they're adding. I think maybe it's causing some glitches. Like, what is this stared about?
starred messages.
Starred, stared, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
so it's like a message that you want to keep. You just put a star on it, and then it will. You
Oh,
can keep going
starred.
back.
Okay. Somebody starred. Okay.
There's the bud files.
Hi, Tuber. It's Kevin. It's Kevin. It's Kevin's the Tuber guy. It's the second time I've seen him in the last couple of weeks. I want to take Kevin out again with me on an investigation. Maybe he'll come out with me for my global ghost hunt investigation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I haven't decided where I'm going to go yet, but
So did you have a look at flights?
yeah, no, I'm not going to. Unfortunately, I won't be able to come this time. But the reason is because I want to come in January, February, and I want to stay for a month.
Okay, cool.
So, but if something happens that I'm not able to come in January, then I'll come in September. Like I can catch a red eye flight. It's not going to be. It's
Yeah.
not going to be. It's not going to be tough. It'd probably actually be cheaper if I did a red eye flight. So
Yeah, but we can always book a load of stuff up anyway for when you
yeah,
do come
yeah.
over. So we got good connections with them there anyway. She offered me a
Cool.
date this week. She emailed me saying we've had a cancellation. Would you like to come? I was like, no, I can't. I'm
Yeah.
knackered. I can't do much more. But
Slowly decreasing. Yeah, Kevin, the global ghost hunt. When I'm going to be, I haven't decided where I'm going to go yet, but I will let you know. And you can come out with me for the global ghost hunt. We go live, and you can shout out your. We go live worldwide, so you can shout out your tuber chat. I know, and congratulations, by the way, on your 600th show. I saw that the other day. He's done 600 shows.
yeah,
Good for you, buddy. Congratulations. I wish you'd smile more though on your lives. I tell him that all the time. Good dude, you gotta smile more. He's so serious when he's doing it.
there's a lot of people in his chats because I was a subscriber up until a month ago, and then obviously my channel, we weren't sure what way we were going with like little
Yeah.
Rob leaving. So I will renew my subscription, Kevin. Don't worry. I will get onto that later on tonight.
I am a subscriber, but I'm not a paid subscriber.
Yeah. No,
I just don't go there enough. I just don't go in it enough. Like I make an appearance. Listen to me like I'm something special. I make an appearance every once in a while when he's on.
just pop in, say hello.
I do. I pop in to say hello, and I stay for about an hour.
Yeah.
And say hello to other people. I know Pete's always in there, and I always talk to him, and he's always liking my stuff over on Instagram, and I appreciate that. And stuff like that. So, you want to get into more of the Global Ghost Hunt or what?
Yeah, let's go for it. Tell us, Brian, how many teams do we have for October so far?
Well, up to this point right now, it looks like we're going to have around the same number as we did in May with all the lives.
Wow, that's good.
So, obviously, there's a month and a half more to go that people can sign up. But it looks like it's going to be around the same amount of lives that we did in May, which is not a bad thing. Which is good. And I will, and again, this will be the first, this event coming up in October, we will have our first Canadian team, which I'm really, really happy about. So hopefully more Canadian teams jump aboard for next May. Next May will be the biggest for the event. There's a lot of stuff going on, which we will get into some of it today. But yeah, it looks like we're probably going to have around the same lives that we did in May.
No, that's good. Well, we're looking forward to ours at the Ancient Rally.
Yeah. So why don't you tell people what your guys are investigating and a little bit of history, because it looks like a cool place.
Oh, I'm not going to do the history. Not going to,
Why
because
not?
I try not to look anything up. I don't watch any of the videos. I know Daryl's been there because I saw the Lost Souls video. And I know.
Oh, they were there. I saw a posting the other day for the Ancient Ramen.
Yeah, there's
Was
quite a
that
few.
Daryl?
No, I think Daryl's was a few. Here, I have to confirm this. I think it was a few months back. So if he's still in the room, he could let us know. But Daryl went there, and Beardo, who's coming out with us,
Okay.
he's going there in a few weeks' time as well with
Cool.
another company. So
what is the okay? So you don't get into the history too much, which I understand. I don't really always like to either, depending on the place. So what is being seen there? Like, what are the stories when it comes to the paranormal?
So apparently they found a body, or they did find a body buried in there. So there's a little
That's not very
grill
good.
and a grave and all that lot. When you're because it's so close to the road, because the main road's literally right next door to it, you get a lot of noises from outside. A couple of kids from America went there. I won't name them, and made a big scene about it. And
Yeah.
the people that own it now weren't too impressed because they G'd it up more than what it really was, and so they're not allowed back there.
Now, I haven't seen anything recently. I think I saw a TV show go in there once, and they were a TV show from the UK. I think it
Most haunted,
was
probably.
what's that?
Most haunted.
I think so. And they really concentrated in the basement part of the inn.
Yeah,
If I'm correct, there is a basement there, right? That a lot of
yeah,
people go into,
yeah.
and it's very tiny.
Very tiny. There's
Yeah.
also the room upstairs where if you sit on the bed, you can feel someone sit next to you.
Okay. So I saw them go in them, and honestly, I knew a little bit of backstory on Most Haunted, that they're not always, I guess, legit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. I'm sure you guys know more than I would when it comes to them. Is that true? They're not legit. They're not
Um,
legit, are they?
it was more about Derek Akora. He was outed as being fake.
Oh, okay.
But Yvette, he's not here anymore. He passed away. But Yvette Fielding, bless her, she likes to scream. She's like the Americans, screams a
You
lot.
said she's not here anymore?
No, she is. Derek Akora's not. He's not here anymore. He was a psychic medium, but it
When
was
did he pass away?
I don't know off the top of my heart. A couple of years back.
Okay. How did he was good, was he not?
No,
Or
he was
was
fake.
he
He was
was
the fake.
fake?
Yeah,
Oh, he was the fake one. Okay.
yeah. He
Well,
got
that's too
outed as
bad.
being fake, so
Oh, okay. Okay.
which was a
Well, I
shame.
know. Well, Lex has talked a little bit about it, so that's the only reason why I know. But Most Haunted is shown here in Canada every so often. I think it's shown on it's either the Travel Channel or Investigation Discovery, one of the two.
Yeah,
But I see it. It's usually on really late at night, like at 2 o'clock in the morning when it's
yeah.
on. And there's another one with a guy and a girl, and they're on right after, or usually I can't recall if it's on after or before, but they investigate mines,
Oh, okay.
which I think is really, really super cool.
Yeah, that's
They didn't
different.
do a lot of episodes, but yeah, they investigate mines, like all mines. I don't know where these mines are. Like I think they're basically all over the States, and I believe even Europe as well. They've
Yeah,
investigated mines. Now I know that a lot of the mines they've investigated has been more down south in the southern part of the States, but that was a pretty good show until I found out it was, all
yeah.
crap, unfortunately.
Th-
So
That's the trouble now, though, isn't it? It's like, before I started doing this myself, it was Mindseed TV. I watched a couple of theirs and I thought, oh, what's going, and then straight away you start seeing bits of fish wire and
well,
that. And
Lex talked about them a lot as well,
yeah,
and the fakers category. He doesn't. He really liked them. He really liked Mind Seed until he found out they were faking their stuff. I always thought their videos were a little bit weird, to be honest. Like the one video, I don't know if you've seen it. The one video of he was at home and all these worms were outside on his patio.
No.
Yeah, he had all these worms outside of his patio. There had to be thousands of them. And they were on his patio coming towards his home. Well, Lex told me that what he did was the worms weren't coming from the ground. Some of them might have been because there might have been a rainfall the night before, but what he had actually done, or what Lex was told, is that he actually went out to a fishing place and bought a bunch of those boxes full of worms and put them on the ground to make it look like there was something demonic going on in this house. And I will say it was cool. It was really cool. Gross as well. I'd hate to be the person that has to clean up all those worms. And
Well,
there had to be thousands of worms on his patio. And it was just really, really super weird. And obviously, you know, I didn't know who they really were, but I watched a few of their videos. I wasn't interested in their investigations. I was more interested in the actual video itself and how they put it together.
Yeah, they do really well.
He does. Yeah, he did. Like even though he's faking, his videos are entertaining.
Yeah,
well, they really, really. What's that?
They actually put that warning up now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, made for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, they are really like whoever his editor is incredible, does incredible work.
Yeah.
Because the videos are really, really entertaining. I know they're fake, but they are really, really entertaining. So, anyways, we got off the topic of global.
The Clown Motel.
Yeah. I was surprised. I had to be honest. Yeah, I was really, really surprised when their I guess their media person reached out to me through Instagram.
Yeah.
And because obviously Global Ghost Hunt's on Instagram, and he originally invited me to come out there to investigate.
Yeah.
Which be honest, I know people that have gone there, but I don't really do clowns. Like, clowns really aren't my thing, to be honest.
So that behind me
then I avoid looking at it. But clowns aren't really my thing, but I will say a lot of the top investigators around the world have been there.
Yeah.
And I know Ghost Adventures has been there. I think they've been there like 2 or 3 times, actually.
Yeah.
But that's not saying a lot. I'm sorry that I brought up his name. But the Clown Motel is a fascinating place and really, really cool. What's that?
It's right next door to the graveyard, isn't it?
Yeah. And I saw Maria today, or Lisa today, made a comment saying that she wants to switch her investigation to the Clown Motel.
Yeah.
I was going to write a comment. I go, Lisa, my God, you're doing Edinburgh Manor. Like, come on. Like that. A lot of people want to go to that place,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of people from Europe want to go to Edinburgh Manor. Like, that's a top spot for a lot of people on their bucket list, so be happy that you're there, because it's a great location. I know people that have gone there and have had an amazing time there.
Yeah.
And the activity is the activity's hit and miss. You could go in there and not get anything, and then somebody goes in there the following week and it's full. They're getting massive amount of activity. So it's kind of one of those places where it's hit and miss. And I really hope that Lisa gets a hit when she does her investigation, because it's a great place. It really, really is. But the Clown Motel, I'm actually considering, like, the person who reached out to me, his name is Keaton. He reached out to me. We've been talking back and forth. I'm actually considering if they don't find anybody, I'm actually considering going out there and doing it myself.
Ooh. It only takes someone to dress up as a clown, Brian. You're going to be legging it across the car park.
Yeah, yeah. I might be sucking my thumb in a corner by the end of the night. You know, I might have bad dreams of clowns for the next 6 months. Uh,
Just as
waking
well
up in
as
cold
miles away.
sweats. But if they don't find anybody, I'm considering doing it. Now, Keaton originally invited me to come out there. He didn't really understand what I don't think he understood what the concept was until
Yeah.
I explained everything, and then he signed his location up. But we need to get somebody in there. Like
Oh, definitely.
Clown
Definitely.
Motel, we need to get somebody in there. And hopefully, with me posting that today, or the other day, hopefully a team from the Nevada area will want to go in there and investigate, because they're opening their doors, folks, and they want somebody to come in and investigate him. They want to be part of the Global Ghost Hunt, and hopefully we can get somebody in there, and then they will continue being part of the Global Ghost Hunt for
Yeah.
years to come. So, yeah.
Because that
So
little,
if we can't find anybody, I'm really considering doing it. So,
well, you have to go in the gift shop if you do it. It's literally
yeah.
wall to wall with clowns.
Yes, I know. And I've actually saw a video, and these people were a pretty legit paranormal team, and they were there, and they actually captured the hand moving.
Yeah.
And they're a pretty legit team. So I would never put them as fakers.
No.
So, yeah. So if we can't find a team, I'm going to call up Keaton. I'm going to say, "Listen, I'm going to fly out there. I'm going to do it." So,
Good.
yeah. So hopefully we can find them a team. And if we do find them a team, because I'm going to be in Tombstone next year. I'm going
Yeah.
as a speaker for Tombstone, so we will be doing the investigations live through from Tombstone with the Paracon. So that should be a lot of fun. So yeah,
No, that's good.
yeah,
So I really want to go to Penhurst. And funny enough, we're talking about that on Wednesday on Matt show.
yes, we are. And I spoke to Matt last night, and somehow, some way, we're gonna get Penhurst and Global together somehow.
That'd be
I don't
good.
know how we're gonna do it. I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe they will be a spokesperson for the Global Ghost Hunt. I don't know, but somehow we're gonna get together
Yeah.
and work together. Not for them just being part of it, them actually being involved somehow
Yeah.
as well. So we're going to
No.
try to work something out. I spoke to Matt. He's spoken to the people that are coming on the show, and we're going to try to figure out what we can do, because Penhurst is a great place, great
Yeah.
people from what I understand that run it. And yeah, so there's a few other places that I'd really like to get on board as well, to come on board with Global, to work together, to really promote not only their location, but all the locations across the world. So there are some big things coming for Global Ghost Hunt. And I'm sure that's going to be your next question, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
fire away. What are your
Okay.
plans?
Okay. So unfortunately, I can't share everything. I would love to, but I can't. So over the last month, I've been working with somebody that's coming on as a partner. And he's a great guy. He's in the entertainment industry. I won't say what he's doing, but he is in the entertainment industry. And he's coming on board to help the Global Ghost Hunt. He's going to be really taking care of the sponsors. He's really going to be taking care of the viewership. That's really going to be his area of expertise. But there's one thing that is going to be so big. I can't say what it is, but everybody will find out over the next year or so. Okay. Once he comes on board, there is something in the works that is going to be so big people are going to be I think Rob, right? Yeah.
I know.
It is
Yeah.
going to be so big that people are going to be really, really surprised. And then on top of that, people are going to want to join.
Yeah.
This is going to be bigger than I ever thought it was going to be when it happens. And it, from what I've been told from Toby, who's the guy coming on, it is going to happen. And people are going to want to be a part of this. Because when I say it's going to be worldwide, it's going to be worldwide. And
Yeah.
there's a certain, I will say this, there's a certain platform out right across the whole world that we are working towards being a part of. And no, it's not Paraflix. As much as I love Paraflix, it's not Paraflix. It's big. So that is what Global Ghost Hunt is heading towards. The people on the admin team know, and it's going to be bigger than I ever thought it was going to be. And people are going to be surprised when they find out what's happening. And Toby is going to be an excellent, excellent asset for Global Ghost Hunt. He's going to bring this to heights that I never even thought of, that I never even thought were possible. And he's a businessman. He's also in the entertainment industry. He knows a lot of people, more on the production side of things rather than the people standing in front of the camera. He knows the back end people more. But yeah, so it's I never ever thought that this would happen. He saw the Maze event and was very, very impressed. And yeah, so that's all I can really say. But I will say this, like I said a few seconds ago, people are going to really, really be surprised on where the Global Ghost Hunt is going. And like I said, it's going to be bigger than I thought it was ever going to be.
Yeah.
And it's going to be huge, and people are going to want to be a part of it, especially the locations. And obviously the teams are going to want to be part of it, but the locations are definitely going to want to be part of it, because then they're really going to be getting across the globe.
Yeah. No,
That's all I can say. I'm sure people are saying to themselves right now, we know, we have a feeling we know, and you're probably correct.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
That's
well, we
all
won't go any further, so we don't slip up.
Yeah.
But no, that's good, and it's exciting times ahead, which is nice. So
and I'm really glad that Global Ghost Hunt this October, we got some returning teams that are going to be a part of it, and like obviously Arizona Pie that were in the room earlier, yourself, Rob, and Rootless Destinations and stuff like that are coming back. And it's going to be great. It's going to be really good. It's going to be a lot of fun. And just to let you know, those people will have the first dibs on that big thing that I was talking about.
Oh dear, it'll be good.
So yeah.
But so have you got where are you this week? Where are you online this week? So
what do you
people
mean?
can catch up with you. Are you on any other shows this week?
Well, we're on the show with Matt. I think it's Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday, 1 a.m. my time. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So, oh wow. Okay. So
I think
what's
it's
that? 8 o'clock?
7 or 8 match time. Yeah.
No. Yeah, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So yeah, I'm on that show this week, and I think that is it. I'm trying to cut back a little bit on the shows because I got so much other stuff on the go.
Well,
And
Bill's in the room.
there is something that I do want to talk about before. I know you want to get going soon, but there is something that I do want to talk about. Parapost Network, the app.
Yes.
Okay, so we are going through some changes right now until we get the actual platform hopefully up next year, which is what it looks like it's going to happen. It's going to be next year. So, but for now, The app has had some issues. I get it. It's had issues. It's slow. It takes a while for it to upload. That's changing as of this week. I decided to move to a host that I thought was good because they were in the top 10 of
Yeah.
hosts in North America. Well, it ended up being that was crap. I don't know. Maybe it was their employees writing the reviews. But it was crap. It really was. And unfortunately, it really, really slowed down the site. We've had the site 1 month, the site went down 145 times. There's only 30 days in a month, and it
Yeah.
went down 145 times.
Wow.
So we were having a lot of issues with Parapost Network. We are now changing to a new host. My developer has now hooked up with other companies, other people, and they have come together, and they are now starting basically their own hosting service.
Okay.
So, which is fantastic because the fact that he knows everything about Parapost Network. So he knows when there's so many better things with this hosting service. I've seen it, I've experienced it, and it's as fast as Facebook when you go from
Okay.
page to
That's
page.
good. Yeah.
So I've been to the dummy, because we have two sites. We have a dummy site, we actually have the actual site. So when something's getting changed or new, he does it on the dummy site and brings it over to the new site, and that's how he does it. So I've actually gone to the dummy site. It is fast, and there won't be any problems with uploading there. Well, we didn't really have any problems with uploading. It just took a little bit longer to upload.
Yeah.
But it's the exact same thing on Facebook. If you upload something that's 3 minutes long, it's going to take a little bit to upload.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the way it is. But so there's no issues. The great thing is, from what I can tell, you will no longer have to sign in every single time you go. That's
Wow.
what's great about this new hosting company. You sign in, you do your username, your password, and you hit that remember me, and it should stay open.
Okay, that's good.
So that is happening. That is happening hopefully this week. And well, it is happening this week, moving to the new host. So he was working on it on Friday, changed the domain from our host to the new host. And so there shouldn't be any issues anymore. So if you have not signed up for Parapost Network, go over and sign up. You can get through Android or iOS. The platform is better. It's going to be better. It's going to be fast. You don't have to worry about lagging, nothing. So I just
Perfect.
wanted to mention that.
No, that's great.
So I'm going to start getting that out on most of the shows now, because of this Blue. And I will tell you the company that we were with, the hosting company. They're called Bluehost.
Right.
Absolutely horrible. If you see Bluehost, stay away from them. They're going to come after and sue me now, by all means, because my developer hates them. So, there would be sometimes my developer would call them and say, like, what is going on with you guys? This is happening. This is happening. Oh, well, we don't know what that is. What are you talking about? You're a tech company.
Yeah.
Like, he was doing their job. So he got so frustrated. Anyway, so we're moving over now, and Jordan's very, very happy. And so that should be happening this week. And I will put a post out, and I'm going to start talking about it on shows to get people back, because I know people were leaving because of the slowness and because they had to keep on logging in all the time. That is going away. You don't have to worry about that anymore. So what's that?
I kept forgetting my password. That's why I kept asking you to reset it for me.
Yeah, so you're going to do it once, and you don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
So unless you log out. But so that's going to be a bonus. So we can start building that page again. And right now we're sitting at about 1,500. I would like to get that up to 2,000 and start growing that, because the app is going to be so much more better. It's going to be so much better, and it's going to be faster. It's going to be like Facebook fast. And so get people on there to posting their stuff. Now, I know what people are waiting for. People are waiting for the live streaming. That's going to happen next year. Yeah. That is going to happen next year. So when, I'm not sure yet, but that will happen. Then people can go over and do their live vodcasts on that page.
I think
So
basically a lot of people just want to get off Facebook because
yeah,
it does not like paranormal.
yeah. And I think that's why we're having problems with StreamYard. I don't even think I'll be honest, I don't even think they like StreamYard being on their platform. I think they would just rather people go through the Facebook Live than going through StreamYard.
Yeah, maybe.
So, yeah, they don't like paranormal, they don't like UFOs, but you know what's happening here now, right?
No, go on.
Oh, when it comes to Facebook and Instagram, Canadians will no longer be able to see Canadian news stories.
Oh, okay.
It's been blocked.
Makes no sense. You live in Canada.
It makes absolutely no sense, but it's because of a new bill that came out here in Canada. These new, like Facebook, if they're going to be allowing these posts to be on the page, these networks need to be paid.
Yeah.
They want money for you posting their stuff on Facebook. They're not getting paid. That's why they blocked it.
Wow.
Yeah. And Trudeau's not helping either.
No.
Fucking moron.
You'll get us all kicked off. So yeah, I'll be joining.
You can swear.
I'll be joining you and Matt on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it's the Power Consultant show, is it? Is it that one?
The Paraverse.
Yeah. So that'll be streaming everywhere on Wednesday.
Hopefully.
Very, very late at my time, but nice, reasonable time your end.
Yeah, you work the next day?
No.
Okay.
I hurt my back yesterday, so because I had to lift all the bars back into the venue, I pulled a muscle. So I've taken the week off. I'm back to work on Friday, so I might go out and investigate somewhere tomorrow.
Cool.
I haven't.
Good stuff. Go live, man. Go live.
Yeah,
you need to go live on
my own. I am going to go live. I'm going to go on my own. So.
Oh, are you?
Well, yeah. Because Cameron's still at his mum's because he's a uni student, so he's gone home. So yeah, I shall go out on my own and do something. I might go to St Answell's Gardens.
Oh, okay.
Which is the well.
How's Small Rob doing? How's he doing?
Yeah, he's away for a few days. He's gone away for a few days. Starts the police in November, so.
Oh, I was going to ask you, when does he start?
Yeah, but he has stepped away completely now. He's not even going to 30 East Drive now. He's taken a step.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's gone completely.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's
I'm sure it wasn't an easy decision for him.
No,
because I know how much he likes it.
Yeah. No, and he does like it. It's just I think we both wanted different things. I wanted to grow it, and he wanted to just keep it how we were. But
yeah, I get it.
Ambition.
Well, this has been great, man. Is there anything else you'd like to know before we take off?
No, we're chatting in the back room. But yeah, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that came and watched. It was a change to the schedule. Unfortunately, I had to juggle a few things around with Nando still being away on holiday. So he'll be back next week, and we're talking to John and Kim from GSI next week.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
cool. John's a great guy.
Yes, he is. Well,
but a great guy. He's supposed to be joining Global Ghost Hunt. Cool. He told me he was going to be joining. So maybe you guys need to bring it up to him next week and say, listen, Bryan told us that you're supposed to be joining Global Ghost Hunt. What's the hold up here?
We will get in his ear. Don't worry. But I would like to say thank you very much for the last couple of weeks, mate, coming up.
Oh, no problem. Thanks, buddy. If you ever need me, you know where to find me.
Yep, I do indeed.
Yeah.
But for now, stay safe, and see you all next week or on Wednesday at Matt's show.
Yes.
All right. See you all later. Bye-bye.